when you have like only so much water in your watering can, make sure you're distributing that in a way that feel makes sense for you. I sometimes see people like crash out on social media over a breakup, and I'm like, part of it, I feel like they say like, "Oh, I put so much energy into this relationship." And it's like that is when I feel like breakups hit the hardest is when like you have kind of neglected yourself in for another person. And so it's like make sure that it's equal. And then if that person is also equally putting energy, then you're not really losing any water.
Very true. Those are tricky. You lose a lot of friendships when you like only care about your relationship, when it becomes like so distressful that that's the only thing that you can really think about. And I think when I was younger, I used to take that really personally when my friends would just like ditch me for their relationships that
Yeah.
were in rocky waters. I think now I'm like emotionally mature enough to be like, all right, like I'm not gonna hold that against you. I know you can't show up for me in the same ways because you're fighting. You're like you are fighting
Yeah.
for your life right now. I've seen that. I saw a TikTok that was like, you could be fighting for your life, but people are just like going to be basically upset at you because you're not showing up for them the way that they want you to. And I reflected a lot about that because it's like you're right. Like sometimes you just can't meet people, so I'm not gonna hold it against you, but because I know you're going through something type of thing. But I do believe like if you know that that's going on, I'm probably gonna let you figure that out. Like I'm not gonna hold it against you, but I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, we're like super tight and super cool. She's going through some things. Girl's got to figure it out. I know that maybe post this, maybe she'll show up for me in the way that I want to in a friend, but I'm not gonna be like, you're not showing up for me because I know like sometimes things can be really
Don't let it. No, just joking. I can really sympathize with this idea that like you're fighting for your life, but I just don't believe that it should be that hard. I really don't. I don't think you should be fighting for your life. I think that is like a cue that something is off.
But if you give people space, they usually figure it out. You know what I mean? You can only like advise your friend for so long. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. They're eventually gonna get tired of it. There's only so much energy you can put into something before you're like, God, like, get me out of here.
You have to let people make their own mistakes.
And I've made a lot of mistakes, so
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna judge you. I truly do believe that I people are like you're very patient with people, and I'm like the thing is I can very relate to a lot of things that people are like putting way too much energy into your relationship. Like been there, they're just like things that like as you grow, you figure out. I think when you're worse than me, that's right. I don't know if I have as much patience for it. Like if you do me super dirty, even in my worst days, like where I felt like I couldn't show up for people, I never did somebody like super, super dirty or super, super malicious or super, super inconsiderate. So I feel like there's a threshold in
It's like the good people's threshold for me. It's like they're good people's. Like
they're
they're a
just
good
going through
person.
something.
They're just going through something. And so like I have a lot of grace for good people who are going through a struggle. And also you only probably know like 10% of the struggle. Like sometimes like when people are in the depths of hell, not only are they fighting their boyfriend, but they're like fighting their childhood trauma. You know what I'm saying? And so like I really give people a lot of grace when they're a good person, but I also have about 0 patience for people who are pieces of shit, and there's, like, a difference.
Yeah. If I see any traits of like you're trying to manipulate me, lie to me, or like you're low key doing something sus in the background, no patience. I'm good.